famous. Like I worked out with Chris Bumstead, I worked out with Ronnie Coleman, I worked out with Athlete X. I'm not even getting my own YouTube videos recommended to me. Dr. Berg said that he had about 400 subscribers for about 4 years or 5 years. And then it just blew up. What's happening, YouTube? What's going on? So, my name is Albert, and let's get straight to it. My thumbnail says making 2 videos in 1 approach. And so this comes from yesterday's new approach, because what I started to do is that I started to include rants around my workouts. And so I started this channel to make sure that the priority and the main objective is that I benefit from this channel. And so I've been recording all my workouts in real time, and this means that I don't do any editing, because I want to take a look at what this soon-to-be 60-year-old is looking like. And so I do push-up challenges and ab challenges and leg challenges, and then I take a look to see how I'm growing. And so the benefit right there is for me. And so the other thing, man, that brings me to saying all this is that my view count is down to freaking, in comparison, man, which I'm going to explain after I do my first bit of the workout. If you want to hang around, like, I'm going to work out first, and then I'm going to get into like what I mean by creating, 2 videos in 1, which that benefits you, that this what I'm talking about is going to benefit me. So I'm going to get straight to the workout first. All right, man, so the first thing I'm doing is that this is a deltoid workout, and I got heavy weights. Now this here what I have is unbalanced. There's more weight on one side. I don't even know which one. I think is the left one. They're imbalanced weights, and I'm doing that on purpose because I realize that life is imbalanced. But I'm going to switch after I can't go anymore. So what I'm doing is that I'm frying out my deltoids before I go in and do some more deltoid type exercises. And so the way I'm frying out my deltoids is that I'm just holding it in static mode, because life is about static. Let me walk even to you guys. Life here is about static. And when I'm carrying bags, man, I'm not swinging them. I'm not doing bicep curls. And so I learned a lot, man. As I approach 60, I want to make sure that I can carry bags for other people, and that I never struggle going up the stairs if I have to. And so I exercise for that reason. And so I'm going to step back so you can see, so I can see too that I'm holding out, and I'm holding out okay. And trying to figure out how long I should hold out for. So now back to making my videos beneficial to me, making 2 videos in 1. The first benefit is right here. I'm exercising in real time. I'm not going to show off. I'm not going to do any special exercise to, let's say, engage you, or what do you call that word? Impress you. I'm not going to try to impress anyone. What I'm doing here is that I'm doing an exercise that anyone could do. My objective here is to kill out my deltoids, because yesterday's workout killed my abs and my glutes and my thighs and my inner thighs and my man, yesterday's workout was freaking awesome. And so that's the first benefit from, oh my God, that's the first benefit from making my channel work for me. And so it's working for me because I'm not paying a trainer. I have my own home gym, so I don't have to pay gym memberships. And so there's the first benefit. Now, I'm going to switch. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So I'm going to switch. That burns. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. I can feel the difference. So the left is light, the right is heavy. So I made it a point for anyone that's interested, like new creators, that maybe you don't want to do clickbait stuff like I do, that you go ahead and make an authentic channel for you that's going to benefit you. Like if you are using iMovie or a Final Cut Pro, you get like practice with your editing skills and finding ways to make really fun videos that engage you, not to freaking get views. Unless you want to do clickbait stuff. Ouch. Ouch. So right here, my deltoids are freaking fried out. Also my traps. And so right now I'm just holding them to the side. All right, so wow, that was freaking intense. And so the idea of doing that is to freaking fry out my deltoid and get it ready so that I could do some deltoid stuff. But I realized that this I picked up from an older exercise that I did, where when I held unbalanced bags as an exercise, my deltoids the next day were sore, which that's very rare. Very difficult to get my deltoids to get that sore, and so they were so sore, and so that brought me to this idea to do more of these statics. Life is static, man. So man, back to the rant, bro. Back to the vent. I'm gonna vent a rant. So the vent is man, is try to benefit in every single aspect of your videos, which is what I'm doing, because I got sour, man. Like, I already tested it out. I said this in yesterday's video, is that I worked out with a hot Brazilian chick and I got more views. Then I started to work out with, you know, famous other YouTubers and I got more views. And I started to realize that I had to depend on that in order for me to get views. Now, if you want to make money, that's that road you got to go. You got to do clickbait stuff. You got to get into those harmful things like mukbangs and do those type of things that people like to see, risky things, dangerous things, which I don't want to get into. A lot of people are freaking doing all kinds of crazy things because the crazier you are, the more eyeballs you get. And so people are doing extreme stuff for eyeballs. And I'm asking, and they end up later on saying themselves that it's not worth it. So when I'm seeing YouTubers that have been around for 15 years and they're saying that what they ended up doing was so harmful, it's really good for me, going on 60 years old, to not be stupid and chase views. And so now my views went up really high, man. My most is 8,000 views for this hot chick with a booty that was so high, everyone just looked at her. I know that my views came from her, but you see, I gotta do that in order to get views, or I gotta do something crazy or silly in order to get views. And I've already attempted a lot of freaking like wild exercises, which were cool, which got me extra views, and that's cool. That's an angle that's good. But this thing of utilizing and using other people for views, I'm out of that game, man. And so maybe you're like that too, and you want an authentic channel, then you have to make a channel. How's the wind? You hear it? Freaking wind is like, it's shaking the hell out of the thing that happened yesterday. So let me do this. That's the thing. I put a chain so that the camera doesn't blow away. God damn it. Okay, man. So I'm gonna get back into the second part of this exercise here, which is my deltoids are still shot. So this right here is an unbalanced dumbbell as well. See, there's a certain aspect that I get where I still like, I don't want no more even stuff. So any way that I can make life, because life is unbalanced. If you take a look, you're never gonna carry the two same exact bags when you go to freaking groceries, man. They're gonna be, one is heavier than the other. No matter how much you try, you may have three bags all together, 2 bags on the right, and you have to switch. That's real life. And so, fucking wind, man. That's like, I can't stand the freaking wind. All right, man. So I cursed. I cursed on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna freaking start. I'm letting go. So like I said, man, like whatever you need to master, make that as part of the reason why you do YouTube videos if you're struggling like me. And so, like I said, I don't know if I said it, I'm not even getting my own YouTube videos recommended to me. Yep. I'm not even getting my own YouTube videos recommended to me, so the chances that my videos are circulating is 0. And that is the proof of the pudding is my poor view count, which I cannot care about anymore if I want to continue to make content and stay on the road as a creator, because then you never know, later on it could pick up. That brings me to my next idea. My next idea is that I watched and I heard channels, right, that they freaking were stuck for 4 or 5 years and then next thing you know it blew up. So it's good to hang around and just be authentic like what I'm doing. There's this guy, Dr. Berg, I think it's him. Okay. Yeah, baby. Dr. Berg said that he had about 400 subscribers for about 4 years or 5 years. And then it just blew up. And then from that point, he ended up getting millions of subscribers. And so getting fed up and quitting is not the way to go. Okay, so yeah, so I learned by watching my video yesterday that I could rant while I'm working out, which helps because I don't count. So it's okay. I never count reps. It's not the way I work out. I let my deltoids tell me, yo, bro, put it down for a bit. And since I'm just starting, I'm taking it easy, and then I'm going to just continue to belt out my deltoids until I'm fried. And so the time says 13 minutes. So I'm going to keep going for about 20 minutes, kill out the deltoids. And so what I was trying to say was that there's channels like Dr. Berg who shared that he had about 400 subscribers for about 4 years. It was stuck there, and then it just blew up. And then from that point, he got millions. And so there's a lot of other channels. Athlenex has a really great story because he made personal videos for his teammates. He was working with the Mets, something like that, and he had to send private videos as instructional videos to help him out. And he messed up. He was sending it private, and one day he sent it public. And that it freaking got a lot of views, public. And so when he saw that, he decided to make a channel from that idea. You see what I'm saying? Now that's authenticity. That's not following this guy, doing what he did, and then when he did that and he got views. I'm watching other channels grow. They're getting great subscriber count fast, but the authenticity is not there. It's not, and I don't want that. I don't want to be inauthentic. I don't want to do any shock principles or anything like that, man. And so I'm coasting with the way YouTube is treating me for whatever reason, because I'll never know. My decline in videos and me not getting recommended my own videos is a little weird. And I really don't know why, and I don't think anyone else does, because everyone else seems to make up stories about what's going on, and YouTube doesn't say it. Jack. They don't let you know nothing, man. And so we're here, like I'm here on my own, luckily, that I'm not investing, because I watch people invest a lot. They put their heart, their lives, hours and hours and hours, and then they lost their channel. And YouTube don't say nothing. So they don't care how much work you're doing, how much work you put into it. There's no really like that. I was like, my beef is that they call you a YouTube partner. It's not no partnership whatsoever. If they could freaking boot you out, not say anything, you can't get in contact with no one, what type of partnership is that? They need to change that. They need to change their community guidelines so that they can say strictly one line. You don't need nothing else. Join at your own freaking risk. Because we have specific rules that we don't care to tell you. So join, we'll pay you. You can freaking be on it, but get ready to get booted without any notice. At least say honest instead of that lie. Oh, we're trying to keep the community safe. I don't feel safe on YouTube. Half the people are freaking terrified because they work so hard for the channel and they're scared. And so they have to be walking on eggshells, you know. So that's a freaking terrible way to live, man. And so I don't want to live that way. So I'm back to a hold. See, my homework tomorrow is to watch this, see how I look, see, I gather ideas from this. I insinuate, like, well, enhance, sorry, not insinuate. I enhance my workouts, and some of these things bring up some new type of ways of working out, which really helps out my fitness journey so that I benefit, and then I get to hear myself speak. And sometimes my own words give me advice, some tips on what to do and how to go about it. Like this video right here, I am ranting while I'm exercising at the same time, which before I would be quiet and just concentrate on the exercise, but I could rant at the same time. I guess I didn't know I could be heard, like, because I'm far away from the camera, so I thought, but the camera can pick up what I'm saying. And since I'm only gonna get like 10 views, this is specifically for me to watch tomorrow over coffee. It's specifically, wow, it's specifically this freaking thing here that I'm doing with the unbalanced dumbbells. Is 5 pounds or 10 pounds extra on the right side. And so, oh my God. So, that new thumbnail things, I don't think that's gonna work. YouTube rolled out, which I didn't get it. I don't even care to get it because I know it's not gonna work. The reason why it's not gonna work is that people are interested in drama. And so if you have something conflictual, a real big problem, a famous person gets into an accident and then you cover it, or you find a famous YouTuber that puts out videos and you do reviews, that's a way to do it, but you ain't getting no benefit from it unless you're getting paid. A lot of these guys, they do reviews and they ain't getting no practice of editing skills. They're not getting practice with green screen skills. They're not getting practice whatsoever. And so their main objective is only money, which turns out frustrating. So right here is fun. I'm in shape for a 60-year-old, bro. How's the wind? Wow. Okay. You know what I wanted to say? In real life, none of us need to do that. For what? In real life, I have to take a bag and lift it to get inside the train. While I pay the token, I have to lift the bag, and the bag, the deltoids operation is this, and then bring it over and down. We never do this, so this is good for building the muscle, but it ain't gonna help with actual strength for real life instances. And so I want to make sure that when I go out with my friends that I could take my bags plus theirs. I say, hand me your bags. And it's like I'm ready to carry their bags too. Anyone need help lifting their bags into the thing? I'll go like, come here, and I do it because I'm freaking. But that here is static. Look, taking the bag and the suitcases is always uneven. So that stuff about even stuff is a freaking nonsense. So I'm almost finished with this workout. I see it's already almost 20 minutes. So I'm gonna make this like a 30-minute workout and just keep the deltoids are already fried, man. So I'm not gonna lighten up on nothing, man. I'm just gonna hold it heavy like this. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna lighten up on both ends. Okay, so I lightened up. So I lightened up a little bit so I can hold them up a little bit more. Not a bad idea. So I think I like this approach, man, because I'm gonna get the benefit. Right now I already feel better because there's a therapeutic value of me just sharing stuff. I made a video. I'll get close so I can say this while I'm holding it. I made a video trying to help this girl out that thinks that life is, that suffering is a part of life and that you need to suffer. And so as a 60-year-old looking back, that's pure nonsense. Like, we're taught to suffer through our upbringings. Like, Jesus suffered and the parents suffer. And then if you want anything worthwhile, you have to suffer. And I realized that I just inherited it, and I was pretty much repeating like a parrot what I was taught, and that I was putting myself and imposing unnecessary suffering on my life that I didn't need to suffer for. But I got to the point where if I didn't suffer enough, then it wasn't worth it, and it was freaking hectic and crazy, and I see her going through it. This video only got 7 views, and it's a freaking killer freaking video that can help so many youngsters pop themselves out of the mess of what culture gave them, and they could actually just live life and freaking work really hard without associating it with suffering. She's in for it, man. I feel sorry for her. She's freaking in for it. I feel so sorry for her, because she probably didn't care to watch the video that I made, because she probably holds a righteous stance on YouTube, making those type of videos, thinking that she was advising people that if you're not where you want to be, you ain't suffering enough. That was her advice. And so I was trying to tell her, sweetheart, you don't have to suffer. You don't, not impose suffering. There's natural suffering that comes from deaths and sickness and stuff like that. You get sick, you suffer through it, or you get into an accident and you suffer through it. Or sometimes, like, let's say you move and you freaking have to stay in some freaking strange place for a month. And you have to suffer in another place, and you want your own home and you want your bed. There's that type of suffering. But she was talking about imposing suffering upon yourself. That if your relationship is doesn't have suffering built into it, that is not worth it because you're not sacrificing anything. And so I was thinking that, like, I don't want a freaking relationship like that, bro. So this is freaking heavy. So I'm gonna see, man. By the 30-minute mark, you take a good look at what's going on here. Let me get close. Oh, I can get close like this. Yeah. 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 You see what I mean? As a 60-year-old, I take a look at how my deltoids are looking. This is all has to be live, man. I cannot freaking go and I'm not going to try to teach on YouTube, so I'm not a teacher. I'm not selling protein powders. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So this is a 100% authentic channel. The only thing I'm sponsored by is the wind. The wind here is screwing things up for me. I can't stand it, man, because this freaking doesn't give me a break. I already put the iPad that I'm recording from inside a box, so hopefully that helps. And it doesn't matter because the few views that I'm gonna get, for the few views that I got, I appreciate it. But I don't know where they're coming from. And so I'm taking a wild guess. I think I could take a look, but for what? Go to the analytics page to take a look at where my 4 views came from. It's like, I watch other channels, man. They freaking kill themselves making there's even things where take a break, I have to take a break, stuff like that. So my deltoids here are being freaking killed. Now, deltoids is something that I do for two reasons: for the strength of it and for the look. I could do this next time. See, this is already giving me an idea to talk to myself and just do deltoid, you know? So I could like kick it with myself close. And then okay, I'm gonna freaking end it with this. Put another hold and then see what happens, man. So tomorrow, right, when I watch this video back, I see, okay, it's a 30-minute video, my deltoids are sore. And I write it down and I take a note of it so that I could go ahead and keep that as one of my ways of documenting. And then number two, if my deltoids are not sore, I could keep that as a reminder to up the game for the next workout. And so this keeps my my workout. All my workouts are enhanced naturally this way. So man, I'm gonna say this just in case, which I think my chances are low. If there's anyone that's tuned in this far, thank you. And also, man, you know what? I never ask for subscribers, ever. You won't find me on one video saying, subscribe to my channel, like, because I don't understand why I have to do that. In the beginning, when YouTube was first born and maybe people didn't know about it, then I would go, yeah, subscribe, because they needed to be appraised that that's what we needed. But these days, I don't think anyone needs a freaking reminder to subscribe, and I don't think anyone needs a reminder to comment. It's a little bothersome in that sense that we ought to remind people to do something that you ought to do naturally. And so, as you can see, I'm an authentic creator. I do not want to engage with the thread, with the current that's going on out there. And I know there's a lot of people like me that don't want to freaking clickbait their way to views. You don't want to do it. And so, like I said, there's a really good example. Never, if anyone watched any of my videos, if you ask YouTube for the transcripts of every single video, you will not find, subscribe to my channel. I tell you to subscribe to others' channels. It's a stupid question. But I mean stupid question, like, oh, subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. I automatically comment when I see something really cool. I comment for two reasons. One, for the algorithm, and one, to be a YouTube sport. Because I know what it's like when a new YouTuber, they freaking get a comment. So I look for channels that don't have any comments, and I comment. And so I be the person, look at my deltoids I shot. So I become the person that I ought to be, that I want to be treated. Like, I treat people the way I want to be treated. And so maybe it's good that I don't get commenters, because a lot of them are negative. Some of them are really good. Like, I met some really cool people that really enjoyed what I'm doing. And so the only YouTuber, well, it's hard to say that I'm not doing because I do use fitness YouTubers, and because they're famous. Like, I worked out with Chris Bumstead, I worked out with Ronnie Coleman, I worked out with Athlete X, I worked out with Lisa Fit, I worked out with Muhammad Ali, I worked out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I worked out with Cali Muscle, I worked out with Johnny Shrees, I worked out with Greg Doucette. I worked out with so many people that I could almost contradict myself by saying that I don't want to feed off of other people, but what I'm doing is that I'm promoting their channel by working out with them and praising them. I'm not bashing them. I'm working out with a variety of people, and so I think my my deltoids are shot, so I'm just gonna hold it right here, get the front freaking deltoids killed out. And so in that sense, you know, it's easy to suggest that even this video is clickbait. Oh, make 2 videos in one. If you're a new YouTuber, it could be, oh yeah, you're doing that. It can seem that way. And so it's very, very difficult to say how authentic I ought to be when anything could be looked at as clickbait. So this is a great idea. I'm holding this here, so I'm getting the front deltoids killed. You see what I'm doing? I'm holding it like this. They told me, man, that in order for you to get massive views, you have to have an incredible body. I think that I'm doing okay for a 60-year-old. I look at my arms. I think I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit more. Oh my God. So while I do this, I'm ready to call it the quits. Alright, man. So I'm going to see how this video came out for me. This is my workout rant videos. That's in a good name, workout rant. It's a workout rant video or workout vent video because I'm not ranting, I'm venting. And this is a good vent because it's realistic stuff that I talked about. Now that I stopped working out, the wind stopped, you see. I freaking ranted against the wind, man. I ranted. I was like, this freaking wind always gets windy right when I start working out. So my deltoids are shot. That's the most important thing I want to say. My deltoids feel it. It got a really nice workout. I looked at the time. It's a 30-minute workout. I'm going to see how my deltoids feel tomorrow. And then from that point, man, I think I'm done. I'm sweating. Deltoid. This is the deltoid. So anyway, until the next one, I am done.